care, left 4 plus over crest, keep in, into right 5. Right 5, into left 6 short, keep in, into right 6 short over small crest, 70, slippy maybe, deceptive right 4 plus, half long over small crest.
Pacenotes are intended for the driver and the co-driver to kind of be on the same page. So what they do is they let me as the co-driver tell the driver what's coming up 1 corner or 2 corners ahead. And if I time it right, the driver can drive with the windshield painted if he wanted at full speed with full command.
Small crest, then 3 crests, brake before 3rd crest, and slippy left 2.
Our Pacenotes use a numbering system going from 1 to 6, where 1 would be a super tight hairpin, and 6 would be the tiniest kink in the road, and everything in between. So 5 would be slightly slower than a 6, and a 4 would be slightly slower than a 5. And from there we can refine it a little further. We will also use pluses and minuses to give a little bit more granularity to it. So for example, a 4 plus would be slower than a 5 minus, but a little bit faster than a 4. Cut would mean put the full car on the inside of the road. Regular would be put half the car on the inside of the road. A don't cut would mean put 1 wheel on the inside of the road. Into, then, and are really just, they're distances. You can think of them that way. Into would be there is no gap, no straight at all between 1 corner and the next. And would mean there's a very tiny straight in between. And then would be a little bit longer again. Not enough to actually give it an actual distance of 10 or 20 or 30.
80 over flat jump. Right 5 plus over short at crest and jump maybe. Left 5 plus into care, right 6 long, tighten straight, hard 3 plus.
Generally what I try to do is stay as a rule of thumb, 1 or 2 corners ahead, no more than 2 though, because if you fall too far behind, you run the risk of a crash if you call something significant too late. Whereas if you get too far ahead, it can get confusing, especially when you have a lot of corners that look similar to each other. So what I'll try to do is, on the fly in the car, I try to read 1 or 2 ahead of where I actually am, gauge what that corner is going to be like, and then decide at speed how much farther ahead I need to call. So if we're in a very fast section, which would in our notes would be a lot of 6s or 5s, and then we have something like a 3 coming up, which would require heavy braking, you can call that a little bit earlier so that Antoine has the time to brake appropriately and choose the gear he wants.
Left 6 plus over small flat crest, and flat crest 50, then flat crest, care, slow, big brake, 150, keep middle over big jump, askew, and slippy left 2 plus, half long. Say again, left 2 plus, half long.
Verbal emphasis and inflection is extremely important. If something's not terribly significant, like we're coming out of a tight corner and then the next one's a 6 or a very fast corner, it's something we're just going to accelerate right through anyway, so I'll try and de-emphasize that. Whereas if it's the opposite, if we have a bunch of 6s coming into a 3, I'm going to call that 3 really, really loudly and make sure that Antoine knows what I've said, hears it, and reacts appropriately.
Care, big brake, right 4 plus over small crest, into double caution crest, left 3 minus, tightens hard 2 over bridge, neat.
So things like a tight corner like a 3 or a 2, or a note like a brake, which means heavy braking more than usual, or a slippy, or a tightens, those are all very significant features that if I get the timing wrong and call it at the wrong spot, it can cause a serious problem for us. So the famous spectator area here at Meticheler is called Camp Brûlé, and Camp Brûlé is really fast going into it. There's 2 huge straightaways, a tight left, a tight right, and then we kind of snake our way down into the bridge. So in our Pacenotes here, we've got a flat left 5, flat meaning go full speed, and then another left 5, keep right over crest, and here we're going another left 5 minus long, caution brake, and here we're coming into the bridge. So we do a right 5, it's going to open, then it's going to essentially tighten to what we grade as a 3, which is essentially a 90-degree corner. So right 3 minus over a bridge.
To caution, brake, right 5 minus over crest, open short, into right 3 minus over bridge.
Then immediately after the bridge, we have into left 3 late, slippy maybe, because that corner tends to get a little bit muddy and hold the moisture. And turn hairpin right at sign, so that gives Antoine a visual reference for somewhere he wants to initiate his turn. And keep left over crest, into right 4, and then away we go for the rest of the stage.
Into left 3 late, slippy maybe, and turn hairpin right at sign, and keep left over flat crest into slippy, right 4 plus short, and flat crest.
Pacenotes are very personal for a driver. Every driver likes them written a certain way and delivered a certain way, and they're all slightly different from each other.
Dans droite 2, droite 4, dans droite 2, onto bridge. Dans gauche 3 late, dans turn hairpin droite. Dans droite 5,
Not cut, don't go wide, right 3. No, c'est bridge. Ouais. Left 3, and right 1, and right 1. Right 1. Nice. Right 5 short, keep right.
Early 5 right minus, opens and tightens to 3 over bridge, remember. And 3 left. Four right tightens, 1 up exit. Crest into 5 right.